Hey guys, I am back with another tutorial. This tutorial will show you how I do my Loc Goddess Buns. If you're a loctician or someone who just likes to do their hair, stay for this video. This is not really beginner friendly, but if you're trying to learn how to do locks, definitely stay tuned. Alright, so the type of hair I like to use is the Free-Treece Braid Crochet Water Wave 22 inches. So what I like to do is I like to cut the bundle in half and then split it in two. For this client, I'm only using 1 pack of hair, but if your client has thick locks, you may want to use 2. After I cut the bundle in half, I like to tease the hair because this gives it texture and volume.
Sit right next to you.
I did do this part after I finished retwisting and styling my client, so you can do it before or after the service. I like to do it after because then I can just put it directly on the head. Now on this part, I like to take a rubber band and put it directly in the middle of the bundle and loop the rubber band after I've split them in half. If you're not ready to put this on your client's head yet, just sit it to the side. Okay, so when I'm doing this style, I like to work in sections. I don't like to just retwist the whole head and go back through it and do the barrel twist. So as you can see right here, I am kind of looking through the head, trying to gauge where I want my sections to be based on her parting and grid. Now her hair is split down the middle up until below the crown of her head. So this is where I had to kind of gauge how I wanted it to lay.
For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. Palm trees, beach view.
So at this point, I parted the first section off. Then I go retwist the whole thing, then barrel twist it all the way to the back.
I try not to show how I feel about you. You wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you, feel you. I want you around.
Okay, so after I finish retwisting that full section, as you can see, I am going to go ahead and start doing the barrel twist all the way down.
It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions I regret.
Once I'm done barrel twisting that whole section, I make sure I secure it by adding a rubber band to it.
You wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you.
Then I continue on to the next section and repeat.
I don't wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you, feel you. I want you around. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket low. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions I regret. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. You wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you.
Again, once I finish that section, I go ahead and barrel twist all the way down.
I want you around.
I am, again, making sure I put that rubber band on there to secure it.
It's something about
I then put the ends of those 2 barrel twists together and secure it with a rubber band and then put it into a bun.
I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, food and everything. All I wanna hear is in the pictures I regret.
This is what we have so far, 2 barrel twists going down into a secured bun, and now it's on to the next section.
We don't really want to, I just wanna get away and sit right next to you.
Also, if you want a list of all of the products that I use for my lock services, I will definitely put a link below of my Amazon storefront.
I want you around, around. 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 I want you around. Come through, I think I need you here. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher brought my rocket low. Fuck gravity, I'd rather stay up here. But we can get away.
I want to point out that you can see that my client is not flinching when I part. It's very imperative that when you're parting locks, you're looking for the loose hair to part. You don't want to be taking any hair from any of the locks to thin them out. It will cause breakage, and it will also hurt your client. So you want to avoid doing that. That's just a little tip for you.
I don't wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you, feel you. I want
Okay, so here we are again, barrel twisting this section all the way down. And then again, we're going to secure it with that rubber band. It is very important when you're doing these barrel twists to continuously ask your client, is this too tight? Is it pulling too much? You want to ask them as you go. You don't want to wait till the end, because then you're going to have to start over and try to find the spot where it feels the tightest. You want to ask them as you go. So if they do say it's tight, you can loosen it up as you go instead of having to waste time and going backwards.
It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes.
So I finished retwisting
I
this
know
last
that I
section.
don't make
I'm
things
doing a
clear.
barrel twist yet again.
I
Securing that with the rubber band.
to resist you. We can
And like the last 2 barrel twists, you're putting them together at the end of the barrel twists, and you're putting a rubber band on it and putting it into a bun.
you.
And this is what it's looking like. Very neat, very clean. Okay, now it's down to the nitty gritty. We're going to start on the buns. So I'm taking the curly hair that I set up to the side and I'm tying it onto that bun. What I like to do is I like to flip that hair up on top of the bun and use another rubber band to secure it. Now this is the part where you just do your own little spiel. You try to gauge how many curls you want out, how you want it to lay, how you want it to be fluffed up. I like to have just a few of the curls popping up at the top. She had some honey blonde pieces and some black pieces, so I wanted all of those to show at the very top, and then the rest I make sure I tuck into the bun. Whether I use a few of the rubber bands, and sometimes I will use hairpins.
I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground.
As you can see, I'm tucking in the pieces that I do not want to be popping out at the top. So I'm gauging which ones I want to stay out, and then the rest I am using a rubber band to put it together.
Visions are regret. Sit right next.
And as you can see, it's already starting to come together.
Not too sure how I feel about you. Think you wish you away, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away. And sit right next.
I also like to take a tiny piece of hair and wrap it around the base. That just adds a little bit more security because we don't want this bun falling off, okay?
Feel you. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around.
As I look at it, I start to see more pieces that I'm not really feeling hanging out. So I'll go ahead and get another rubber band and tuck that in as well. I also like to start cutting the hair to my liking, just getting the straggly pieces and the long pieces that's just awkward looking. And really just, it's up to you to gauge how you want it to look, what you think looks good. Right here, I am taking extra steps by putting in some bobby pins to secure it even more, just to make sure this does not fall out, okay? One of my biggest fears is my clients calling me or texting me, telling me, OMG, my bun fell out in the middle of the grocery store or something like that. I mean, I would be mortified. So we got to make sure that is secure, honey. Now, as you can see, I am repeating all the steps that I've made on the other bun, making sure I tuck it in with those rubber bands, the bobby pins. I'm cutting the straggly pieces, fluffing it out to my liking, what I feel like looks great. Also, another tip is you want to make sure that it's visible in the front as well. You want those curls to be popping out on the sides as well. You don't want it just showing in the back. This is how you get that full goddess lock bun effect, okay?
Come through, I think I need you here. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself.
Now coming up, you're going to see that I'm going to take another piece of hair that I had put off to the side, simply because I thought maybe that my client wanted some curly pieces hanging in the front, and that's what I usually like to do before I cut the bundles up. I'd like to set aside a piece of the hair. That way I could crochet it into the front to lay in front of her head. But she told me later on that she did not want that, which was a good thing because that bun was looking a little smaller than the other one. And that's another thing. You want to make sure they are symmetrical. Try to make them as even as possible. You don't want one bun going up higher than the other. You don't want one bun smaller than the other or bigger than the other. You want them to look very symmetrical and put together. As you can see here, they both look pretty symmetrical. I don't think you can get any more symmetrical than that. I mean, look at it. All of the products that I used will be linked below in my Amazon storefront. I will say that what I like to use at the end is some mousse, and then I like to use some oil sheen and an oil spray to give that shine, as you can see right here. This style is so cute. I love this style so much. I have yet to try this on myself, but very, very soon. Do you see how the curls are popping on the sides? You see in the front that you can see the curls popping out on the side, and that's what you want. That is the results that you want for this particular style. My client was so happy. I was so happy. It looks so clean. I love it. If you like content like this, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.
I tried to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is in the visions I regret. So